Hi, this is Hooch 2003, and this is the third part of my Resident Evil collection. And I thought I would start with this game, Resident Evil Code Veronica X. And this was a game that, when it was originally released, I was unsure about the game, as I think it takes place after Resident Evil 2 and 3, story wise, and as I've recently completed the game, it's a long game. Some parts I thought were extremely annoying control wise, like the end game boss. Control wise, it does play like the first three games, but this time the entire game was all 3D, not pre-rendered backgrounds. And this was this is a game I've actually bought twice. As you can see, a disc I've got inside is there's a Platinum Edition Code Veronica X game, and the cover is just the standard version. But yeah, looks like we've got the manual. See if we've first part of the game you play as Claire Redfield, and then the second part of the game you play as Chris Redfield. And I enjoyed the game, but I thought it would be shorter a game, but it turned out to be a lot longer, as I didn't realise he actually played the game as Chris Redfield as well, and the second part. Yeah, that is Code Veronica X for the PlayStation 2. And this is another version of the game I bought. This was bought when this game was originally released, and I didn't play it till recently, so it's a game I bought and had for quite a long time, and never really played the game. In fact, I don't even think I've actually completed this version of the game. I might have to play this game again. But I might use an emulator for recording this one. I'm not sure. I might play it on the GameCube as well. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. That's a game I'll have to play again at some point. Yeah, I think the manual's it's a shorter manual. But a lot of the manual is the same as the PlayStation version. A couple of loose pages. Yeah. That is the GameCube version of Resident Evil Code Veronica X. And yeah, so I bought that one twice. Yes, that's that game. Next game was Resident Evil Revelations. I have bought the first game on Steam. I don't have a physical copy, that game. I think I might get the Xbox version if I'm going to buy it, if I get around to buying that. But yeah, this is version I've got here is Resident Evil Revelations 2, and this was the first game I actually streamed. The game I streamed on YouTube. This game, the raid mode. We get in here is just the sheet with the code. So that is, and you get it's just a 2-disc game. Still disc. Yeah, this one is uses Steam. This version as well, but I thought I would get a physical copy of this game. I did enjoy this game. I liked the story. I think the first Resident Evil Revelations game has a much better story. I much enjoyed that game more than I thought I would. As the game was originally released on the Nintendo 3DS. So I think, I will get a copy of that game, Resident Evil Revelations. But I do have the second one because I did enjoy the first one. I did enjoy the story. Gameplay wise, it was good. But I think what I enjoyed more about this game is the raid mode, where you just have a timed game, and you shoot the enemies to complete each stage. And I think the stages in that game did include stages from Resident Evil 6, and this was probably that mod I did enjoy the most out of this game, because I think I played the raid mode more than the story mode. And so that's Resident Evil Revelations. And the game characters of this one are Claire Redfield again and Barry Burton. Interesting story. That's Resident Evil Revelations 2. Okay, and what we have next is a different game, and this is a what if scenario, I think. But Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, where you play as the Umbrella Security Forces, I think. And you go. It's just a what if scenario. Collecting samples of the T virus, I think, during the outbreak in Raccoon City. This game is more of a shooter type game, and I think this was the game that when you bought the game you got the Umbrella Security Forces, but you had to purchase the Spec Ops version, second half of the game. So when you actually bought the game, you actually got half game, which is it's not great. It's not great, is it? When you purchase the game, and to experience the full game, you have to buy the second half of the game. And this was the Windows Live version. I think this is one of those games where you could activate the Steam code. You get the code with Steam, and you got the game activated with Steam. I'm not sure on that though. But here we have Operation Raccoon City. Yeah, I thought the game was a good shooter, but I don't think it's a good Resident Evil game. But yeah, enjoyable, but it's not a great Resident Evil game. So that's Resident Evil version Raccoon City for Windows, against Windows Live. And next, I actually bought the second copy of this game, and this was the Xbox version. I'm not sure which one of it. I think I bought the Windows version first, and I got this at a later date. But yeah, you actually get free Spec Ops. First mission, I think, free. Yeah, I did not get the second half of the game to this version either. I think with Steam I bought the Spec Ops with Steam and played the game on there. But the downside of having the second half of the game as DLC is that when you play the game from start to finish, the DLC doesn't always go from the one mission to the next mission. In story wise, sometimes the game skips a chapter and you miss part of the game, which if you play the Umbrella Security Forces, you can play from start to finish without having to worry about which mission is going to come next. But with Spec Ops part of the game, the second half of the game, you do, so you have to just watch what mission comes up next with the Spec Ops side of the game. But yeah, this is the Xbox 360 game version of the Operation Raccoon City. And I think this is similar menu as well. But yeah, so that's Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Enjoyable shooter, but it's not a good Resident Evil game. A good shooter, but not good Resident Evil. Right, so that's so we have Code Veronica X, Revelations 2, and Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Right, I'm gonna do a few more games. We have, these are the a few games I got with my PlayStation, and the first one being Resident Evil Dead Aim. This game, I'm not sure, it's a third person and first person when you shoot, and so third person when you're running around, and first person when you're actually shooting zombies, which I enjoyed this game. Story wise, I thought it was good. A short game in playing time wise, but I think this game was the Light Gun series game. But you could in fact play this with a standard controller. But yeah, enjoyable game. Definitely short. In fact, I did like the characters in this game. I think I'd like to see another story with these two characters. When I bought this, no manual for this game. So it's just the disc I've got. Yeah, so I bought this game, so it's Resident Evil Dead Aim. Enjoyable game, but it is short. So that's another game for PlayStation 2. And the final game in the series I've got is Resident Evil Outbreak. Now, I have tried playing this game, but the load times from entering a room are hell of a long time, which really puts me off playing the game. So what I might do is play this game through an emulator and see if the load times are better. But the gameplay reminds me of Resident Evil 0, where you actually have to pick up an item and replace an item you drop an item where you picked one up, because you only have 4 inventory slots. So really you have to remember where you've actually picked an item up, and you have to manage your items with other characters as well. But yeah, I think I've only played the first scenario of this game, and I think I will have to play this game for an emulator, just because the load times are really long and it's different gameplay wise. And I think deserves to be played, this game. I don't have the second game, so I don't know what the loading times are like with that game. But yeah, this is the final game for this series of my Resident Evil collection, and so it is Resident Evil Outbreak and Resident Evil Dead Aim for the PlayStation 2. And I'm just gonna quickly add in so that's part of my video collection, and what I do is just to show these. And what I have here is I bought the movies on Blu-ray, the first 4 of the collection, so that would be Resident Evil Apocalypse, Extinction, and then Afterlife as a box set. And I'll show you what actually. Yeah, so it's just just get the discs. And this. And what I'm doing is, so I've got that collection, and this is the final final Blu-ray I've actually bought for Resident Evil Retribution. And I think after this I started buying videos on iTunes, because one thing about the Blu-rays is that they can become unreadable after so long, and I found that quite a lot of my Blu-rays don't play anymore. So that's why I've actually ended up purchasing the final chapter, I think it's called, movie on iTunes, and just so I don't have to keep buying a Blu-ray every time they just fail to work again. But these Blu-rays do actually play still, so that's quite happy about that. But yeah, this is so that's just finishing off my Resident Evil collection. So we have those games, that's 2, and my Blu-ray collection here of Resident Evil. So I'll end the video there, and I hope you enjoyed viewing my collection of Resident Evil games.